Hi, I'm John Noser. I'm here with Board Game Geek TV at Essen Spiel 2012. And I'm back in space with Toko Takakalia with Rise of the Empire's Eclipse expansion. This is with Asmodee
and Lautapeli.
And Laudman.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Eclipse is widely popular, so tell me how this expands.
Yeah, so this Rise of the Ancients expansion expands the gameplay in many directions.
Okay.
So it's designed to be like a modular expansion, so you don't have to include everything. You can include like this and that and choose just to use some parts of the expansion, and it works however you like to do it. So basically there's like 3 new species or new races you can play. So, 4. So you have 3 boards, and each of them, they fold like this, so they fit in the small box nicely. And so they are 2-sided. The back side includes this unique species, and the other side includes this Magellan, which is kind of like the Terrans in the base game. So
okay.
It's same in all of the 3 boards.
Okay.
So Magellan's Keepers of Magellan is one of them, and Wardens of Magellan, and the last one I will have to check it out. So it's the Sentinels of Magellan.
Okay.
So they play it exactly the same way, and
that's one of the special races.
Yeah, that's one of the special races. So like the Magellans, if I just say something about them, they are like meant to be flexible races to play. So yeah, the basic idea is that for here you can use colony ships as to give resources, and also you get some extra for the discovery tiles. So it's kind of flexible. You can choose your strategy pretty whatever you want with these guys. And I take one example of this. Like more special species we are included. So the Raw Indie Syndicate is kind of like space pirates.
Yeah.
So they are missing one of the blueprints. They are missing the biggest one, but they like smaller crafts are more powerful.
Okay.
They're more expensive to build, but they can move 4 ships with one action. So that's really like they can move pretty fast. And what they do is that they are pirates, so they can collect like salvage from combats.
Okay.
And then they can trade it with a good, like trade the money in 3 to 2.
Nice.
So it's kind of gives them some like flexibility in that way as well. So they're sneaky. They don't, if they are a trader in the game, they don't get any penalty for that. So
okay.
Yeah. So that's like an example of this, and there's two different ones. So Enlighten of Lyra is one, and the last one is Exiles. So they all have some backstory. So for example, these Exiles have been exiled from the like the galactic center, but they like adapted to live with these orbitals, and they have some special stuff related to the orbitals. So they get points of them at the end of the game and stuff like that. And yeah, well maybe I can tell you a little bit about the rest of the stuff in the expansion.
Sure.
Yep. So the expansion
it's got 3 new colors.
Yeah, that's right. So you can play it up to 9 players, so like with the base game, and we have like all the parts you need to play with
9 players.
7, 8, or 9, and we have included like this kind of variant that you can use, which speed up the gameplay a lot.
Okay.
So it's
with a 9-player game, that definitely would help.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. It actually goes really fast if you play with the variant. So you can. So there's two markers that move on the game, and they allow players to do actions. So 2 players can do actions at the same time. So there's some special ruling, but basically it works a little like that. So it doesn't double or halve the play time, but
I'm sure it helps.
Yeah, it helps a lot. And okay, but the 7 to 9 players is something that you can use or not. There's a lot of other stuff here, which is pretty interesting. Like, so the main theme with this expansion are the ancients. So there's a lot of stuff related to ancients. So there's like one thing are these ancient homeworlds. So they're like really powerful ancient sectors. I take one as an example, maybe here. Okay, and they are guarded by these like powerful ancient ships that you can destroy. They are unique. There are, I think, 6 different versions of these ancient ships.
Okay.
And these ancient homeworlds, they're placed. If you're playing with less than 6 players, you place them in the like compensate for the players who are missing from the game. So let's say you have a 3-player game, you use 3 of these ancient homeworlds. So it's like
so they're kind of a half like a robotic person.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So they fill the empty spots. So you use the 6-player setup and fill the empty spot with the ancient homeworlds.
That makes sense.
Okay. And they are heavily guarded, but you get some special rewards when you win them, and they're good sectors.
Cool.
Okay. And then you have these ancient hives, which are like, I can show you. So they are like, they spread out the ancients. So they start with 3 ancient tiles, and during the game they can move out from the hive. So they are like kind of, can even attack you. But it's
So it's ancients on the move.
That's right, that's right. So they are dangerous. And also there are lots of such small stuff like you can change there's this central defense system in the middle of the galaxy. But now it is you can also use this kind of ancient big ship that hasn't taken over the central hex, and you can. It's kind of like an alternative to use in the game. So it's really difficult to win, but you get some good reward for it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's for the ancients, and of course we have some new technologies. So how like implementing the technologies wasn't like completely easy how to do it. So we came up with this interesting way to do it. So it works really nicely. So we have these rare technologies. They are unique technologies that are placed in the back. So in Eclipse you draw technologies from the back.
Yep.
And they come out and 10 players can buy them. So what you do is that you just mix these special rare technologies to the back, and when you draw them, they go like next to the technology board, and they're like added technologies. So they add to what you have in the normal game.
So so it's going to add to what's normal. Now is this a new technology track?
Okay, this is like because the game takes a lot of space, we included this kind of compact technology board. So this is actually like the same technology track that you get in the base game.
Okay, it's just a little bit smaller.
It's smaller, and it adds some of the information in the board that's not there. So it's actually pretty convenient.
Yes, makes it a little smaller, easier to put on the table.
Right.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. And how these rare technologies work is that they're like wild technologies. You can place them any track you want. So you get some flexibility how to place them, and they come in different. They try to do different things, but there are few of them which are targeted to bring some new ideas how to fight against missiles. So they are not directly. There are a few like point defense and some other stuff that's directly make missiles
not as good.
Not as good, but then there are some more subtle ones that you can still there's one which cancels out the neutron bomb, neutron absorber. So it's kind of harder for the player who have missiles to use attack and conquer places, because you cannot use neutron bombs.
Cool.
Something like that. And in addition to the technologies, we have also developments. So these are randomly placed on the game board in the beginning of the game. And they are something that you can buy using the research action, just like technologies. But you can use different kind of resources. So let's say this one, with 5 materials and 5 technology, you can buy trade fleet, which gives you instant bonus of 12 money. So we have different kind of things there, and in the beginning of the game, you get a different set. And so each game it brings some more variety how what you can do in each game. So lots of small stuff there. And then we have lots of new discovery tiles, pretty interesting ones.
Obviously, you want to add those.
So they bring some maybe. Well, there's so many of them. Maybe I won't show them all.
Well, give me an example of one.
I'll give you one example. So, for example, you can find this kind of ancient orbital, which gives you, it's an artifact, and it's also an orbital that you can immediately take over. And then there's, I try to find, then there's this kind of resource boost. which you can get 3 money, 2 minerals, and 2 science if you take it.
So it's just kind of instant goods.
Yeah, stuff like that. And yeah, then I think like one of the most interesting additions we have in these expansions are the warp sectors.
Okay.
So there's one discovery tile related to them, but they come up in different ways. So they come up in the sector hexes.
Okay.
They come up in the discovery tile, and they come up in the development. So
okay.
The warp portals work in such a way that when you get these on the board, they are all connected. So it's kind of like you can warp over the galaxy by using these warp sectors. So it's like.
So you're warping from, let's say, if this tile was over like here, I'd be warping from here to here?
Yes, you can use one move action to move here from here.
Okay, and now let's say there was another one on the board, would I be able to do?
Yeah, they're all connected.
They're all connected,
yeah.
Cool.
So it opens up this game space and also space a little bit, so you can make some bigger moves across the galaxy. Cool. Players are not so confined to the sector.
So I can actually, even though he's across the board, I might actually have a warp point so I can get to him.
Yes,
and
yes.
You're just not affecting your neighbors.
That's right.
Anymore. Cool.
And this is something that you don't have to use if you don't want to. I think it adds a really nice attention to the game, and it's not like you can always use it. You have to plan how to use it, so it works nicely. But it's something that if you don't like, you can leave it out. So it's kind of it works
cool.
Either way. Yeah. Then we have some other stuff is.
There's more?
Yeah, there's more. So we have these alliances that you can play. So it's kind of like cooperative, semi-cooperative gameplay. So,
okay.
But we wanted to keep it as a dynamic. So it's not like a co-op from the start. So it's kind of a dynamical co-op. So normally you can make these diplomatic relations with players.
Yep.
And now in addition, you can go a little bit deeper. So you can actually start alliance with another player.
Okay.
And what it means is that you are playing together, and you try to win together.
Okay.
So each player gets the individual points, but in the end you sum up the points and divide the number of players in the alliance. So you divide the points between both
so
players.
In some ways it's a little bit harder to win that way.
It's a little bit harder, yeah.
Okay.
Right. But you of course you get added value that you are in alliance.
Yeah, obvious.
So
yeah. Okay.
And you can break the alliance. It's possible. It's heavily it's hard to do, and you get some really bad penalty for it. But it's possible. So there's a little bit of this flexibility that you can still cancel it if you don't want it. And with alliance, you can move these ships to the same sectors and defend and attack together. And so it's brings to the next level.
Anything else in the expansion?
Well, I could go really deep into this, how these technologies work. So there's a lot of different new stuff you can build on your spaceships and stuff like that. But
well, I'm sure people will be able to look that kind of stuff up, and we got a good feel of the how the unique technologies work.
Yeah.
So well, this sounds awesome. I know this is a very popular game. I love the game. I'm very much looking forward to this. This sounds great. Thank you for giving us a look at it. When is this expected to be in the U.S.?
Actually, I don't know for certain. I think it should be very soon, if not now already. But it's very soon. So these are flown here by plane, but I think they should land faster to US. But actually, I'm not saying anything because I'm not really sure.
That's fair enough.
So,
and I would assume then you would not know how much this will be.
I think. Well, I don't really know.
That's fair enough.
It's better outside of it.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
I'm sure everybody was very excited to see that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.